Hello everybody and welcome back to the series. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying what we've done so far. It's been a bit different, hasn't it, in terms of the way the videos are done and the highlights that I bring to you, I guess, in the game. A lot of it is now me, just picking out parts that I think are relevant and explaining my thoughts mainly is what it is, rather than just the highlights of the game. Hopefully it's you have enjoyed it and it has been something that you thought you might enjoy, because a lot of people said they were looking forward to it. Hopefully it has been something that people have been able to use. And it's not about me being an expert or anything, absolutely not. What it is about is somebody trying to create something and seeing where they succeed and where they fail. And it's very important to see where they fail so that you don't fall into the same traps. But also you might see things that you think, I was going to try that, but that isn't going to work because of X, Y, Z, or it is going to work because of X, Y, Z. And I'm just looking for people to use this as a tool for them, really, in the sports interactive community. So, yeah, this is for you, I guess, and hope you enjoyed my frustrations. I've left some of it in, some of it I have not left in. But today we play Atletico Madrid away from home, and it's going to be without a goalkeeper. But pretty much everybody else is back except for Jordi Alba, who's going to be done for the season. So Peña is going to be in goal. Lazari, Lacroix, Garcia, Demir at the back. Ndombele, De Jong, Pedri in the middle. Martins, Fati and Depay up front. This is currently the tactic. I'm going with the pressing forwards today. We know this is pretty much close to working, so we know this is the base, right? Standard width platform defense, lowers here. Everything like this is the base with attacking mentality. And we're trying to tweak it from here to try and get the perfect balance. That's what we're looking for. Passing to space we tried, and we could try this again. And and the striker I'm not too sure about. So it's a bit of a crossroads right this second, but I think starting at Atletico Madrid anyway. And I don't need to bring you up to date on anything because you saw it all last time. Assistant manager says he's not said the media comment, but he sort of touched on it, hasn't he? I'm on the way here then. So we know Simeone's teams aren't interested in keeping the ball, but because they've got a low mentality, they're just keeping it for fun back here. So frustrating to watch. A back three with two pivots. There's no chance of pressing that on for Manager 2022 at this stage. We've not touched the ball in ages here. We have not touched the ball in ages. What we're hoping for is one, that, but two, that we score first. Otherwise, it's going to be painful to watch. If this continues to be as bad as it just was a second ago, I'm going to man mark all three centre-backs with my front three. I don't care. Just to stop them playing out and keeping the ball like that. We can do that. They go 2v2, well, actually still 3v2 in the middle in our favour, and we can beat them. I think they're playing 3-5-2? Yeah, wow. Or a 3-6-1, if you will. Okay, couple of changes. I've made Ndombele a deep line playmaker support. Now, the reason is, sometimes when Yusuf Demir overlaps, he crosses the ball because there's nobody else to play back to, because the centre-backs don't go wide enough, and then he stays quite central as a deep line playmaker on defend. So making him support, I'm just seeing whether he'll go slightly further forwards and be left to right a little more as well. Also put Martins onto, I took off sit narrower, just run from position. Okay, I'm starting to think that lower mentality is the way to go, because watch Atletico Madrid here, they do go a bit direct there, but as soon as they get the ball into a dangerous area and they don't like what they see, they just stay on it with the low mentality. I don't know what they're playing, cautious or defensive, but it looks like that could be the way to go. The only problem with it is that gets you what you want in possession, then out of possession you're still going to be defending in quite a defensive manner because of the mentality. So that's you can't win with it, right? So, well, we decided to turn on the style a little bit. Ball across to Gelson Martins, into De Jong, to Lazari to Ndombele, Pedri, Fati, Memphis. Great move. Unfortunately, we didn't score. What the Christ was that, Lazari, man? The tactic currently looks like this, just so you're aware. We're going with the Trequartista. The striker's not really doing anything in the game, and we're struggling to get the ball off of Atletico Madrid at this point, so I'm trying to look for him to get more involved, either to get link up. So the striker doesn't really drop into link up, but he doesn't really be a threat. And he also doesn't really become a threat in behind. He does nothing. He does neither of those two things with the current setup. I'm really struggling to find a way to make him work as things currently stand. I mean, Atletico Madrid aren't even trying to score at this point. They've had, 0 shots on goal? They're not even trying to play the game, which is fine. That's just realistic, I guess, in some games. I went into the game and actually put more position instructions on for this game for the specific players in this game. So I feel like it's made a difference. I feel like we pressured them slightly better now, but still not good enough. Okay, made a tactical change. Put the wing backs up. Looks a little bit ridiculous, but that's what we've currently gone with. And then it resulted in this almost immediately after. Demir to De Jong, back to Demir. Played a 1-2 sort with De Jong, back to Memphis. Goal, 1-0 to Barca. Gonna say you've done well, but you can definitely find another gear. I've noticed a few times players are just scared to move with the ball, and I think in real life they would have done with Pep. So I've just taken the dribble less off, just to leave it on default, and see how that goes. And I put the fullbacks back to their normal positions to see whether the combination of those two things might help. as we get given offside there. Here we go then, throwing on the right hand side, we're going to have the ball. Players can now have the freedom to run with it if they want to. Hopefully it doesn't start into this though every time. Gelson, okay, crosses it in, fine. There's a one-off, that's fine. Yusuf Demir gets to it. Dribbles on the left hand side, gets a free kick. So that's what you don't really want to see. You don't want to start seeing that all the time, do you? That's a problem. Okay, here we go then. Goalkeeper's got the ball. Pena to Lacroix. Lacroix plays it to De Jong. De Jong takes the player on and should hopefully releases it. I think he got tackled though, that's the annoying thing. I don't think he actually passed it. See, we're now just trying to dribble ourselves into trouble. You know, that's the problem. See enough of that one. Dribble S is back on. I'm going to focus on the play. I'm going to focus the play on the left and right though, because it apparently increases the mentality in the wide players. So let's see, and the wide fullbacks I think. So let's see how that goes. We'll take Pedri off as well and put on Coutinho. I'm going to go to extended for a little bit here because I feel like that we've seen enough in this game. They're playing their ridiculous formation, not really trying to score. Eventually they'll just change and go for it completely in a second. Going to take up Ansu Fati and put on Patson Daka up front. De Jong is injured, he's going to come off and Gavi's going to go on in central field. Going to go to our defensive pep tactic to see out the game if we can. Lazari throws it into Gelson Martins and then Lazari back on the right hand side, crosses it in. Gavi, corner. We're going to play. Oh no, we're going to whip it straight in. We're going to play it short now. It's 2v2 at the back now, 3 vs 2. What are we doing here? Supposed to be trying to see out the game. Carrasco, corner. Okay, that was an absolutely terrible game of football. Yeah, I don't know how much I would have shown you in that video, to be honest. We'll definitely do a second game because of that. And I don't want to do the second leg of the cup because it's a bit of a fake game. So we'll come back for the Betis game here in a few days. So I'll see you then for the Betis game. And welcome back. Yeah, I reminded to myself to not try and test some drastic tactical changes in a cup knockout format where you can be knocked out of the competition. Because now we're out, because I tried to go on to a low mentality to test it and we created no chances for ages. Good possession, created no chances, so no better than what we're doing now. And yeah, we might have then conceded a goal or two and got ourselves knocked out of the Europa League. So congratulations, well done Barcelona. Could have done with that money as well. Like, this isn't perfect. I know this isn't perfect. It's not exactly what we want. But I feel like we've bottlenecked ourselves into a situation where we can't get much more out of this scenario and this situation without changing a couple of things here. I think changing Xavi's role to something with an attack duty would be better, but you can't have that many attack duties. You'd have to get another support duty in somewhere. So that's one problem. The other issue could be you could go to low mentality, but I'd have to put a lot of this would have to go up, like the tempos and stuff. So we could try the tempo thing again because we've got Betis at home. Let's try it. We won't do it here, we'll do it in the game. I guess we'll drop to like cautious again, but we'll put the directness and tempo up a little bit. And maybe the width as well. I think Real Madrid just lost at home to Espanyol, so I guess they've just given up on the title. We can't bother to win it this year, which is good for us. Assistant manager says, keeps going back to the fact that people are talking about us, which I don't like. I forgot to do this before kick-off, so we'll do it now, 1 second into the game. So cautious, standard. How about that? We'll try that. Okay, Eric Garcia. This on extended highlights, by the way. Lacroix and Ndombele. Memphis Depay. Gelson Martins goes through 1-0. Looks pretty good, that. Eric Garcia, Lacroix, and Ndombele. I don't know. That was a good start. I haven't really done anything else, though. Not really a shot on goal, which is disappointing. The highlight here, Memphis Depay is going to shoot from distance. What a finish, Memphis Depay. 2-0 Barca. It was a corner routine, our short corner, played out, somebody's on the edge of the area, plays it there, unmarked. Memphis says, thank you very much, I'll whip this in. What a finish that is. Yeah, I think it's a good team, you're going to get battered doing this, you don't create anywhere near enough chances. But at all, our expected goals is 0.21. Just put the tempo up and put pass into space on. See what that does. As they break through, do they, with Hector Bellerin. Nabil Fekir, keepers. Gavi with a free kick, whipped in. Right, we're not going to learn anything from this, are we? Now it's going to be a penalty. 3-0 to Barca and game over. Memphis Depay. 3-0. I'm going to put on to key highlights because this game's going to be dead now, isn't it, really? In terms of learning experience for us. I'm happy with how we've dominated possession so far. I mean, they just scored, but this is the part of the problem with a low mentality, right? This is where you can't really get what you want. So, we're on cautious. So watch what the striker does. Out of possession here. He goes and leaves his position here to go and mark their central midfield player. Like, look at this. This obviously isn't the answer. Let's go to balanced. Lazari to Galano. Galano back to Lazari. There's a right back. He's going to whip it in. Nope. Galano. Gavi. Nico. Lacroix, Eric Garcia, Pedri, Ansu Fati, Saraki Pedri. Good football. Unlucky. And it finishes 3-1 to Barcelona. I'm going to say good winning performance. That'll do for me. Well done. And that is where we're going to leave off today. We're going to leave off clearly top of the table. Probably going to win the league with ease at this rate. Currently 58% average possession. Catching up. So that'll be... no, do you know what not? We're actually staying about the same amount behind, I think. Real Sociedad have got an unbelievable amount of passes completed. I know they played an extra game, but it's only one more game. That's crazy, whatever they're doing. They must be playing double pivot. No, they're not. They're playing single pivot. Can we get like a report on their tactics? Positive mentality. But even though they've got the extra passes completed, they're averaging 56% possession. So this is their average positions, Real Sociedad, against Real Madrid a few games ago at home. They lost 1-0, but they had a lot of possession. Well, no, they didn't. They had 55% possession, but like 700 passes completed. So they're not doing a good enough job out of possession. Now, what that says to me here is they must be playing like support duty, I'm guessing, defend duty, attack duty, support, I don't know, and maybe support. It's just the way that he's so far wide. Support, maybe two supports, I don't know actually. But those two must be support duties. To be that close to the central midfielders, they have to be support duties. But it's hard to work out exactly what they're doing. I've requested a team report on them, but I think that I have just requested a team report on them, so we'll see what that comes back with. And we'll watch them closely when we play them as well. We played them at home near the end of the season, actually. But until then, we'll keep going. But they're playing on positive mentality, which is interesting. I mean, their expected goals is pretty bad. Like, it's always 1.15 a game or something. In even the games against, like, Cadiz away. They're having the same problem that we're having on positive. And they'll probably drop off next year. As soon as they lose Alexander Isak and a few players, they'll drop off. But it's interesting they've had such good success with it. I mean, our passes complete was much better on balanced mentality, which is what we were for most of this game. But all of our goals, one was a set piece, one was a penalty. Do you know what I mean? We didn't really create anything. We're going to get beat by better teams doing that. But just by playing them up, look, I don't know what they would have had them in terms of role and duty. Because if they're a winger, every time they get the ball, they'll look to run with it. So I don't think they could be using wingers. Maybe inside forwards? No, because they've got pre-selected run with ball, right? They do. I don't know. What about the first time we played them? They beat us 3-1. We dominated them for possession. So I'm just watching them build up attack against us here. Where they're going to score. But if we go back, like, a little bit to their build-up, you'd think an attack duty there, right? And you think maybe support there. He's gone very, very narrow. And he's not really making an offer. So support duty. Attack duty, definitely support. Defend, attack, defend, support. Defend, defend. Strike, I'm going to guess, is a support. I think he's a support duty and got sit narrow. Or maybe if they do player instructions. I don't know if they do actually. But he must be like inside forward support. Would my guess for him. But the way that he's so narrow. Complete forward support for the striker. Not sure about Januzaj. Let's watch him again, actually, this little bit. So he's defending. He's defending in there. I think he must be on support duty as well. I'm going to go inside forward, inverted winger support. Or winger support, maybe even. David Silva's gone and dribbled at a player, so. Mzala. Playmaker, maybe. Maybe support duty. Probably an attack duty. So they win it here. They play it into Alexander Isak, who holds on to it, and then just pings it in behind there. See now, for the deep line playmaker to go that high, like that, he has to be in a support duty. Otherwise, he wouldn't go that high, I don't think. Interesting. That's much later on in the game, though, and that they could have changed the tactics a little bit, to be fair. I'm thinking about starting a save offline, off camera, with a different team, starting up where we left off with this tactic, to try and accelerate the testing process, because I want to keep testing this, but I feel like I'm running out of games to do it in this save. We haven't got that much longer left, so but yeah, in any case, thank you very much for watching. We'll come back for, I think we'll skip the second leg. Do we want to skip it? So what we'll do next episode, we'll do this game in like key or extended highlights, and then we'll do that one as our like more in-depth one. So we'll do it the other way around for this one coming up. And we'll skip out the Mallorca game at home because we should be able to win that. It's the away from home games that we struggle more with. So, yeah, in any case, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.